everyone, welcome to a new Boston Trackside video. In this video, we'll be looking at a really unique service pattern that was recently happening on the MBTA Red Line Ashmont branch, from April 9th to April 30th. But before we get started, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Your support is greatly appreciated, especially as I've just recently started my channel. So we are at JFK Mass Station, the branch point for the Red Line's Braintree and Ashmont branches. Normally, half of the southbound trains go to Braintree and the other half to Ashmont. However, during this service pattern, all southbound trains from Alewife went to Braintree, but there was still train service to Ashmont. Let me explain. From April 1st to April 9th, the MBTA shut down the Ashmont branch for repairs and replaced it with shuttle buses. For the following 3 weeks until April 30th, they ran shuttle trains. This was because they were performing maintenance work on the Ashmont Diamond, the crossover at Ashmont Station. The crossover is what allows trains to switch from the southbound to northbound track at the end of the line. Since the crossover couldn't be used, trains could not switch tracks at Ashmont, but the rest of the line could still be used. So the MBTA ran shuttle trains between Ashmont and JFK UMass, one on the northbound track and one on the southbound track. They stayed on their own tracks, so there were trains running on the left side. In addition, certain trains ran express through Fields Corner and Shawmut, so there were express Red Line trains running on the left side. While this was a very unique sight, the shuttle trains unfortunately meant less frequent service for passengers, especially at stations skipped by express trains. If both your origin and destination were JFK UMass, Savin Hill, or Ashmont, trains came every 13 minutes, but if Fields Corner or Shawmut was your origin or destination, trains only came every 25 minutes. In addition, to continue north towards Alewife, you had to transfer to a train on the Braintree branch at JFK UMass. Fortunately, however, both trains serving as shuttle trains were made of new 1900 series cars. The first stop after JFK UMass going south towards Ashmont is Savin Hill. You may notice the Braintree branch is still right next to us. In fact, despite running parallel to the Ashmont branch until past Savin Hill, Braintree branch trains do not stop at Savin Hill. This makes no sense to me because the commuter rail track, which is used by 3 lines in the seasonal Cape Flyer, is only single track in this corridor. This is a huge bottleneck in the commuter rail system, and it needs to be relieved, especially if the MBTA wants to move toward a more frequent regional rail model. An easy way to do this would to have Braintree branch trains run on the current Ashmont branch tracks and stop at Savin Hill, just south of which a new flying junction would be constructed. The leftover space from old Braintree branch tracks would be used for more commuter rail tracks. Next, we stopped at the first of the stations skipped by express trains, Fields Corner, to see some odd trains roll by. Then we stopped at Shuttle, an underground station just before Ashmont. Finally, we took an express train back to JFK UMass. That is all for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.